Hello everyone, this is Bodhi, and welcome back to another episode on the Cornerstone SMP. We are standing in front of our raid farm that we built in the last episode, which I would recommend checking out if you haven't seen it. But those of you who did will know that we built up this Raiseworks design last time around with Alex. And it has been working pretty well, but there is a few things that I wanted to mention about it before we get started on our next project. So, as you guys can see here, we actually moved some villagers over in order to get the Hero of the Village gifts from the raid farm. Now, we got some of those for a while. We had only moved over one cleric and some librarians, so we got some of those. But for whatever reason, the Hero of the Village effect was just messing with the farm. It was not working. We would eventually lose Bad Omen, and the farm would just stop doing raids. So I tried troubleshooting it for quite a while, and I couldn't figure anything out. So unfortunately, we, for the time being, had to just convert this back to a normal raid farm, and that has been working completely fine. And as you can see here, we have tons and tons of emeralds. I did an AFK overnight session here once or twice, and yeah, we just have tons of stuff, and it's looking really good. Now, obviously, it is a little bit disappointing that we can't get the full use of the Hero of the Village thing with this farm, but it's okay. Most of those resources can be obtained in other ways, and I'd rather have a working raid farm than a not working Hero of the Village farm, so at least that's been working fine, and we're gonna just leave this as a raid farm for the time being. And with that being said, we can go ahead and head back to base now and move on from this project for today. Okay, so the plan for today is to get further into the Christmas spirit. We're going to be doing a project in the Winter Wonderland once again, and we're going to be creating a sort of fun game for the Cornerstone members where they will each be rewarded with sort of a Christmas present in the end as well. So I think that that'll be super fun. But before we discuss it anymore, I think I want to go ahead and get started gathering some resources for this project and then head on over to the Winter Wonderland. So now we're back at the Winter Wonderland, and I absolutely love how this place is looking. Let's take a look around here really quick because there's a little bit of progress. Obviously we have our village built up, just a few buildings, but that's already been here. What's cool is that it looks like Alex came in here and built a sort of a building that is in a pretty similar style to ours, so I think that's pretty cool. It's not exactly the same, which is good, and it's and it looks cool across the lake here. But obviously we have some armor stands dancing across the ice here, and this was put here by Politho, who also made a little hot chocolate stand. And I don't want to like spoil anything for his video, but he said we could come in here and put our player head on one of the armor stands, or make our own if he wanted to. So I think we can do that later in the video, but for right now we'll focus on you know, what we came here for, which is our new minigame project. But we gotta decide where to put this. Okay, yeah, so we can figure that out in a second, but for now, let me explain what this game is gonna be like. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It's nothing too complicated. It's sort of just a way to create a little challenge for the server members and give them Christmas gifts. So, basically, it's gonna involve a little bit of redstone, and I don't think we're gonna get it all done in today's episode. What I want to do in today's episode is create an exterior for the build, sort of like the buildings that we've already got going on here. We could just use one of these, but I wanted to create a new build in a little bit of a different style, so I think we'll be doing that in a bit of a different spot. So that's just gonna look like sort of it's gonna be sort of a Santa's workshop type of build, and yeah, it's gonna be probably a bit bigger than these structures. And it's going to be okay, though, because most of the redstone and stuff is going to be going on underground. And I've been doing some creative testing for that redstone stuff. I'm not a huge redstone person, but I dabble in it from time to time. And I can understand it a decent amount, and whatever I can't understand, I can look up online, right? But yeah, I have the game in mind, and it's going to be sort of where you have to sort of sort out Christmas presents from like a conveyor belt as they slide across, and you're going to do that with a fishing rod, because one thing that I recently learned about a fishing rod is that you can actually pull item entities with it. So their items are going to be dispensed. They're going to like slide across some ice, and then you'll have to throw a fishing rod at them and sort them out. And if you sort the correct types, then you'll win. But if you like pull one of the wrong ones or something, then you'll lose. And the players will be able to try it as much as they want until they beat it. And then when they beat it, I think we'll have them dropped down into a room where they can like pick a shulker box randomly, and that'll have a prize. And the present will either be good or super good. It's not like there's going to be any bad ones because it's Christmas after all. It's winning the game isn't really the point. So yeah, but like I said, I don't think we're going to focus on the redstone in this episode. I think we're just going to try and build like the workshop building, and then maybe gather up the resources to go inside of the gifts for everyone. So without further ado, let's hop straight into a time lapse of building the structure up that the game is going to go inside. Okay, there you have it. We have the Christmas workshop built up, and we got an excellent view from on top of our tower in our village here. So that's nice. And I just realized that I made the same mistake as this structure, which is we don't have a chimney on that. We gotta put one in because obviously it's, I mean, it just makes it look so much better when it has like smoke coming off of the roof line, and yeah, we gotta put one of those in. But obviously this build isn't like super detailed out or anything. I went for a slightly different style than those ones, and it's a bit big. The roof does look very tall, but I think overall it's a good build. Obviously the focus of this isn't like the exterior, it's gonna be what goes inside. But for right now, that is literally nothing. It's just, yeah, we don't have anything in here right now. Because like I said, I think we're going to be building up the redstone mechanisms for the game in the next episode. This episode, we were going to focus on this structure, which we now have completed, and also getting the gift boxes together. And my plan for that is that they'll go ahead and complete the game, and once they do, they'll be put into a room where they can choose a mystery box. And like I said, they'll all have good things, but they'll be a bit different. So, yeah, the room will have different boxes that will have different types of prizes. So we might have, for example, a redstone box with like repeaters and hoppers and stuff like that. And then we might have like a villager trading box filled to the brim with emeralds because we have that raid farm now. And then we might have some, you know, more epic prizes, throw some netherite ingots, maybe some diamonds in there. And so, yeah, either way, you'll come out of it with something good, and, but someone might win, like, a grand prize with some netherite or something like that. But yeah, we gotta get started on actually stocking those up now, because, we gotta decide how many of these you want to put in and what's gonna be in them. Okay, so in my storage room, I have laid out 13 shulker boxes because this Cornerstone SMP has 14 members currently, but that's including myself. And I'm not sure if everyone is 100% active. Some people have IRL stuff going on, but for the most part, I think most of the members are, so I figured I would just be prepared in case everyone wanted to play the game and grab one. So here we are having 13 shulker boxes, and these barely fit in my inventory. So I think the first ones that we're gonna want to do are going to be the grand prize ones, and this is a pretty simple choice. I think that for the grand prize ones, we're going to put a bunch of netherite and or actually just netherite. We're gonna put netherite ingots and ancient debris. So, and then we can put something in these slots to fill the space, and I think we'll do 2 of these mega ones, like this. Fill them up, and that is a good amount of my ancient debris, but we still have a little bit left over, and it's Christmas, so we gotta do something generous, right? For the rest of them, I'm not 100% sure, so I gotta think about this, and maybe go gather up some resources. And as a side note, these are all gonna be color-coded eventually, but since I'm doing it on video, I want to keep it safe in case the other Cornerstone members are watching this. They will still not know which ones are which when they pick them out from the game, so it's still going to be 100% random. So we have our super mega boxes. Now let's think about which ones we could do for the rest. So my next idea for the presents was to implement some beacons in here. So here we have this. Since we have the Wither Skeleton farm and an iron farm, we can make this box pretty easily. I mean, it's still a lot of resources. We have 2 beacons in here and then enough iron for both of those beacon bases, plus a little bit of extra iron. And I also decided that in the empty space, we can just put the red and green concrete to go with the Christmas theme. So we also have 2 of these boxes, and I did the same thing in these boxes as well. So now let's fill up the rest. Okay, we have all the gift boxes ready to go now after a little bit of time spent running around my base, gathering up a bunch of resources. Let me show you all of the ones that we have. So first of all, we have the 2 netherite gift boxes. I also named these all. So you get 2 ancient debris and 2 netherite ingots and some ancient debris. We have the beacon ones, the beaconator gift box, 2 of those that I showed you, and then we have some more. We have the geared up gift box. This one has a bunch of unenchanted diamond gear, which I think some people will really appreciate. There's 2 of these. And then next up we have the Hero of the Village gift box, because you can do a bunch of trading with this. 2 of these as well, because emeralds for us are not too hard to come by. And then we have the Big Spender gift box. There's only 1 of these because I didn't want to give away all of my diamonds. Not that I really am running low, but I feel like this is a good amount. 3 diamond blocks and then 6 extra diamonds. That's a pretty decent amount. And then after that, we have the Redstone Ready gift box, which with some redstone dust and then also some redstone resources. Hoppers I can make pretty easily since I have a wood farm and an iron farm, so I put a bunch of those in there. I took some of my slime blocks. We're probably going to have to craft more redstone resources now in order to make our mini game in the next episode, because I used a bunch of them to make this box. Anyway, next up we have the Nether Tourist gift box, because I included a bunch of different nether woods, some shroom lights, some quartz, just stuff that you would get in the nether. Ooh, it might be good to put some like basalt and blackstone in here as well. I think I might do that in a second, but anyway, next up we have the Blast Off gift box. We had to use one of our backup elytras, which is okay with me. And then we have a bunch of normal fireworks in here for someone, so it's basically an elytra starter kit, even though I think everyone has one at this point. And then next we have the Enchanter gift box, and this has a bunch of mending books, a bunch of unbreaking books, and then 1 of like each of these types that you might need for different tools and weapons. So I think that these are all pretty good, and I think it's time to transport them over to the Winter Wonderland. But here's something I was thinking about. We're gonna have to get our player head to put in Politho's ice skating rink, and that means we're gonna have to kill ourselves, probably with a bow and arrow. But the disappointing part about that is that right now we have 175 XP levels on us because of how much we used the raid farm. So I'm thinking, let's make use of that, do some combining of tools and stuff while we have this much XP, and then when we kill ourselves, it won't be as painful to lose all these levels. So I think I'll do some tool making, get some backup gear and stuff like that, just to make use of these levels, do some villager trading, and then I'll catch you guys over at the Winter Wonderland. Okay, so we got some backup gear and stuff like that, and we're now all the way down at level 17, so I think that the time has come. So now what we got to do is go ahead and drop a shulker box. Oh wait, that has stuff in it. And I think let's just put, first of all, we want to set our spawn point, and then we also want to put everything in here, I think. Oh, not our bow. Not our bow. And then, yeah, if we just drop everything in here, then, oh, don't want a totem on us because that will obviously ruin it. Okay, so I think if we just shoot it up into the air, it might not land on us 100% of the time, but we can position it. Oh, okay, we almost died to that one. Let's shoot one more. Here we go. Okay. Oh, BodhiMC was shot by BodhiMC. There we go. Oh, okay. So there, that's how we do it. Where's my bow and arrow? I got my player head. So now, wait, can we just put it on like, and then get a bigger head? There we go. Where did my bow go though? Oh, there it is. Okay, so let me do that a few more times because it's probably good to have a few backups of my head anyway for decorations and stuff, which sounds weird, but I might as well do it since I'm doing it now. Well, it's certainly been a while since I've messed around with the armor stand data pack, but I still remembered a little bit of it, and I tried to make it look like I was slipping and falling on the ice. I don't know how well I achieved that. If you look at it from back here, it kind of does look like that, but if you look at it from the front, it might look like I'm actually just jumping and doing a trick instead. It might need a few adjustments either way, but we can work on that later. The important thing is I added my character in here, and so yeah, we're just ice skating with the other Minecraft mobs. We got the spider, we got the cod, we got the, I think this is an endermite. It looks like Alex came in here and added his head. And then I think Politho over here is serving everyone hot chocolate, along with a salmon. So there we go. Anyway, I think that's pretty much what we're gonna work on for today's episode. So I think we're gonna have to close things out here and be done with the Winter Wonderland for today. Okay, well, I think from a distance you can kind of tell what I was going for with the armor stand. Anyway, stay tuned for the next episode because we are going to be working on the interior of this and building the minigame most likely next time around. So obviously another Cornerstone episode will be coming soon. But if you liked this episode and enjoyed watching it, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you have enjoyed the series and are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and comment down below letting me know what you thought of what we did in today's episode. We got some good stuff done, and I can't wait to continue to work on this minigame so we can give presents to all of the Cornerstone members. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, guys, this is going to have to be it for today's episode. Yeah, we are definitely out of time for today. So without further ado, this has been Bodhi, and I will go ahead and see you all in the next episode.